Chapter 7. Trixie grinned as she walked through Ponyville. The whole town was decorated with colorful streamers and flowers. After learning Princess Luna planned to attend Trixie's charity show, the whole town decorated Ponyville for the princess's visit. It was all lovely, and Trixie was sure her mentor would love it. She saw Bonbon watering some flowers and waved. Bonbon stopped what she was doing and waved back. Trixie continued through the town and froze when she spotted something out of place. 2 ponies were trying to put up a banner. Trixie angrily stopped at them. "Oh, what the hey is that?" Trixie growled. She pointed towards the sign. It read, "Welcome, Princess Luna." 2 ponies gulped and struck at Trixie's stare. "We ran out of room," the air pony mare with a mint green coat and pink mane said nervously. The air, a red yellow maned Pegasus mare with an aqua coat, nodded. "I don't care," Trixie said severely. "Fix it! I will not have the princess come into town and find her name spelled wrong." The 2 mares nodded quickly, disappeared with the offending banner. Trixie wondered if maybe she was a bit harsh with them after they left. She thought maybe the stress of the last few days had been getting to her. Pokey mysteriously disappeared a few days ago. He said his findings on DJ Pwn 3 in a letter, but didn't come home. He said he had some extra investigating he needed to do. If Trixie wasn't busy, she'd be pulling him by the tail right now, forcibly carrying him back to Ponyville. "That lazy bum. He's going to get it when he gets back. I'm going to give him a triple workload to make up for this," Trixie thought with cruel satisfaction. "Serves him right for disappearing like that." A thought hit her that he might have gotten himself into trouble. She quickly shook the thought away. He had more sense than that, right? Trixie looked at the clock tower and saw it was almost 11 o'clock. It was nearly time for the princess to arrive. The show was at 5 o'clock tonight, but Princess Luna wanted to come early and see the silent auction. Trixie steeled herself for her teacher's arrival. It had been a month since she had last seen the princess. She breathed in and out, trying to calm herself down. She did not want to greet her mentor with a scowl on her face. Trixie tried out the Shikaku corner where the silent auction was being held. The king generously volunteered to host the auction, which was good because the bakery used there was the perfect size to hold it. Trixie could see Pinkie Pie and Mary Ivory Scrolls chatting to one another. Pinkie waved when she approached. Trixie's other friends were there as well. Carrot Top was speaking to well-wishers who were shaking her hose and giving her encouragements. She looked a bit haggard and her mane was a little frazzled. The stress of the last week had been taking its toll on the poor thing. Carrot Top's mane was usually impeccably styled, yet today Trixie could see how loose strands of hair here and there. Carrot Top loved caring for her mane and did her best to make it perfect every single day. What's confused Trixie? Wasn't she a farmer, and that meant she rolled it around in dirt all day? Trixie guessed styling her mane was a way for her to calm herself down and unwind after a hard day of work. To each their own, she guessed. Trixie laid back. She looked back at the clock. It was directly 11 now. As if on cue, the princess's chariot came into view. It was sleek and black thing that reminded her of a bat. It was blue, so dark that it almost was black. 2 Thrashtails pulled it, also called bat ponies. They were Luna's personal royal guard. Not even Trixie knew for sure whether they were actually a different race of ponies, or was this glamour magic to change their appearance. Princess Luna liked being vague on the issue for some reason. I could have sworn I saw somewhere that Orpheus did confirm that yes, they were bat ponies. Princess Luna exited the chariot and addressed her subjects. Every pony bowed to their princess with the utmost respect. "Greetings, my little ponies. You honor me well with your decorations and tributes." The mayor bowed deeply. "You honor us with your presence. I speak for all of Ponyville when I say we are glad to have you as our princess and protector." Princess Luna nodded. "Well met, Lady Mayor Scrolls." She turned towards Trixie. "Representative Trixie Lunamoon. It has been too long, my student." Trixie enjoyed the use of her full title. The use of her last name, not so much. Trixie bowed. "So it has, princess. We should catch up before the show tonight. Much has happened here as of late." "Indeed. I am looking forward to it," Luna said. She turned towards Carrot Top, who was approaching them. "Greetings, Miss Carrot Top. It is a shame what has happened to your farm. You are true friends for them to go to such lengths to help you." Carrot Top blushed. "Thank you, princess." "Let's go inside and discuss this further. I wish to see what the silent auction has to offer, and try out the legendary cupcakes of Shikaku Corner I have heard so much about." Luna turned towards Shikaku Corner and went inside with her guards. Trixie and her friends followed behind her. "She's not serious, is she?" Chili whispered. "She's a princess. What could be worth anything in here to have to her? Right, Lyra commented. All that's in there is such random junk ponies don't need anymore. The princess likes to collect things, Trixie explained. Besides, you never know. There might be hidden treasure in there somewhere. Oh, I see, Lyra perked up. There might be some lost ancient artifact of great magic power in there or something. Something like that, Trixie said simply. The inside of Sugar Cube Corner had several long tables lined in rows that almost went from one end of the building to the other. On each table was what you would expect to see in silent auction: books, old toys, used appliances, baby stuff, jewelry, and various knickknacks. To the side was a section for used furniture. Polly packed the place eagerly, looking through what was available. Trixie could see Dinky and several of her friends looking through the toy section. Polly freaked out and bowed when Princess Luna came towards them, but she just waved them away to continue on their business. She carefully inspected everything on the table in front of her. She suddenly turned towards a table a few rows away and walked towards it. Something caught her eye, apparently. Trixie's friends watched with anticipation, clearly interested in what the princess might want to bid on. The princess stopped in front of the table of novelty items and clapped her hands together in delight. Trixie's friends craned their heads to see what the princess was so interested in. The princess pressed the button that was on the wall of Mountain Bass Fist. The fist started moving about and started singing a bad recording of Don't Worry, Be Happy. The princess grinned like a foal on harvesting day. When the song stopped, the princess grabbed a quill on the table and wrote down her bid. Trixie's friends watched the scene in slack jaws. The princess walked over to them with a grin on her face. I see you found something you like, princess, Trixie said, not perturbed or surprised at all by what happened. Yes, I have. The princess came closer to Trixie's ears and started whispering, I don't think the penny that donated knew the value of what they gave up. That was a big mouth Billy Bass's singing sensation, a very rare item. Only 300 of them were ever made. Yes, but even if it is rare, does it mean it's actually worth something? Trixie thought. She decided to just nod. Princess Luna looked around again and found something else she liked and went towards it. What the hay was that? Lyra finally said. The princess likes to collect novelty singing toys. Her room is covered with them, Trixie explained. Every pony needs a hobby, Ditsy commented. I see, Lyra stuttered. How many people want to bet that if this show was actually aired, that there would be some people complaining, why would a princess want that? It seems her view of the princess as a mighty figure of dignity, class, and grace shattered by that one scene. Throughout the next hour, more ponies entered the bakery and showed their interest in what was for sale. Princess Luna was now at the table in the bakery section of Sugar Cube Corner, enjoying a cupcake. Trixie and the rest of her friends were next to the princess, having a lively discussion of the latest adventures. Lyra gave an energetic retelling of their battle of Corvus, the rest of the Rangers throwing in comments and details Lyra missed. Trixie was explaining to the princess how bravely she stood Corona down, spit in her face. Princess Luna listened intently, soaking in every word. Chili gave a pleased moan. Who's that? Trixie turned to look at her jaws drop. What the hay is he doing here? She exclaimed in alarm. Everybody turned towards what Trixie was talking about. Chili cranked her brow. What's the matter? Princess Luna stood up. Dick Greengrass. It is a surprise to see you here. Dick Greengrass, his honorary secretary, and Final Scratch trotted up to their table. It's nice to see you too, princess. The Duke gave a vicious bow. And you too, Trixie Moon, as well as the other Galaxy Rangers. Trixie was surprised to see Vinyl with Greengrass. Does he have some sort of connection to Greengrass? Why didn't Pokey mention this in his letter? One look at Vinyl made Lyra fume, but she said nothing. Vinyl in return gave Lyra a coy smile. Lyra started glaring at the DJ. Trixie sighed ignorantly. Is it possible for two ponies to become lifelong enemies after only 5 minutes meeting? You're Duke Greengrass, Chili said, smiling. You honor us with your visit. I heard about this little charity event of yours. I found it the perfect excuse to get out of Canterlot and meet the famous Galaxy Rangers that have so selflessly protected our kingdom. Greengrass grinned. And I do so love to give the two ponies in such hard times. He walked to an old pair of printing shears on the table and wrote down what looked like a big number. Thank you. I appreciate it. Carrot Top bowed respectfully. Carrot Top and Greengrass nodded and gave a benevolent smile. Oh, brother. Tracy did her best not to roll her eyes. Like you care about any pony but yourself. You only donate to orphanages to make yourself look good. Princess Luna watched Greengrass with a neutral expression. It was clear to Tracy that the princess was also suspicious. Your generosity would be most appreciated, Duke. So, who are your friends? Dizzy asked. Oh, where are my manners? Greengrass said. This is Notary, my secretary and longtime friend, Vinyl Scratch. Violet gave a non-committal wave, and Notary does a slight nod of her head, but otherwise showed no expression. Hiya! Ditsy greeted. That down leads to a cheerful introduction. Come join us. You get the best nothings here. She motioned for Greengrass to join them. Greengrass was about to say something, but a loud explosion stopped whatever he was going to say. It caused every pony to jump. It came towards the door. Tracy turned towards the cause of the commotion and her jaw dropped. It was a monster. It was pony-like, but his mane was made of fire. His body red and metallic. The top of his hooves shot out flames that almost covered his legs. Oh dear, is it new now? Greengrass asked. Tracy mentally faced off. She couldn't believe she forgot all about that. The monster shot flames at the tables holding the donations, and they were lit on fire in quick succession. Ponies jumped and ducked out of the way. Thankfully, no pony was hit by the shooting flames. It laughed maniacally. Oh, come on! Pinkie Pie exclaimed. We just fixed this place up! Trixie and her friend stood up. Of all the times. Trixie growled and got her morpher ready. No. Greengrass shot out a hoof. Let us handle this. What are you talking about? Trixie asked, baffled. Greengrass pulled out something and thrust it forward. It's morphin' time! Earth! Yeah, let's do this! Violet exclaimed. It's morphin' time! Mickey! It's morphin' time. Venus. Nori said in a complete fat voice. Around Greengrass was an explosive light. Trixie used her cape to cover her eyes. When she lowered her cape, Trixie's jaw dropped. Greengrass was covered in red ranger armor. Nori was in yellow ranger armor, and Violet became the pink ranger that attacked her a few days ago. It can't be, Trixie said in almost a whisper. Greengrass moved in a blur. He pressed a button on his morpher, and a spear appeared in his hooves. He jumped and dived at the monster. The monster freaked out and dodged. Greengrass's attack a split second, and a nearby table in two. The monster, seeing this power, shot fire in Greengrass's face. This stunned Greengrass for a second, but caused no real damage. He bolted towards the door and exited out of it. Trixie recovered from her initial shock and motioned for her friends to follow her outside. I will suppress the fire and make sure the Fittians leave here safely, Luna said from behind him. Trixie nodded her thanks, and she and her friends ran outside. Vinyl was the pink ranger from before? Lyra sputtered. How did he even get morphers? Dizzy asked. Trixie scanned around as he left the corner. I don't know. It took but a moment, but Trixie finally spied Greengrass and a few other rangers. Greengrass was chasing the monster, with Notary and Vinyl close behind him. He ran down the street in hot pursuit. The monster turned towards his pursuers and didn't see them punch set in his way until it was too late. He crashed to the ground, dazed. Archtooth Fisher saw his hoof for delivering that punch. Sorry, creature, but this is the end of the line. It's morphin' time! Mars! Fisher pulled out a morpher that looked like Greengrass's. You've got to be kidding me, Trixie said. Really? Fisher thrust his morpher forward and he transformed into black armor. It was impressive and imposing looking. It's over. A new figure stepped down the alley. He too had a morpher on his hooves. This time, Trixie was not surprised by the appearance of Vice Lord Nightlight. At this point, why not? Would Vice Poussin be next? Maybe Princess Luna was a ranger all along too? It's morphin' time. Jupiter! Nightlight's blue armor radiated power. Even from the distance, Trixie could feel it. It was oppressive. It told every pony that they were in the presence of a true king. Even the princess didn't radiate the level of majesty and power. His whole body buzzed with electrical energy. The new ranger surrounded the monster. It cowed in fear. When Grass pressed the button on his morpher. Gaius Wrath! He pressed it. He swung his spear. Suddenly, the earth erupted around the monster. It suddenly completely surrounded the poor creature. It screamed as it was swallowed by the whole earth. It was pulled to the ground, and everything was silent. The ground didn't explode. It was completely smooth again. Trixie didn't know better. Only nothing happened. Trixie gulped. That was a horrifying, disturbing way to go. The other ponies, watching the scene, didn't cheer or celebrate like they usually did. They just stared in horrified fascination. Trixie's friends didn't take the sight much better. Tracy wondered if she would have nightmares about that. Greengrass and the others unmorphed. Princess Luna watched the scene with narrowed eyes. Greengrass walked up to Princess Luna and bowed. The rest of the Rangers did the same. I am sorry for the commotion. I hope you weren't unhurt, my princess. Greengrass said smoothly. No, I am well, but I am curious. Why was I not told about these new Rangers of yours? Luna said icily.
I'm sorry, Princess, but this is my fault,
Fisher said, standing up.
I feared what would happen if this power fell into the wrong hands.
We were planning on telling you, Princess, but the issue of the monsters made ourselves reveal ourselves sooner than expected, Greengrass explained. What I want to know is why the most prominent members of the Night Court are even doing with these powers. Tracy crossed her hooves and narrowed her eyes. Greengrass raised his hooves in placating gesture. I admit, it is a bit strange, but that is how the dice rolled. We were all chosen by the gems. Chosen, Princess Luna said.
Yes, by the planetary gems. They are what fuel our powers, Fisher said.
Princess Luna's eyes widened.
Do you have any idea what those are? You must destroy them at once!
Princess, I understand your concern. I too was alarmed when I learned of their checkered past. I feel they could be used for good. Greengrass smiled. We are under siege by your mad sister. Equestria needs heroes. This morning incident proves that. Trixie and her other rangers will always be here to save the day.
I assure you, Princess, the gems are quite safe, and the morphers protect us from any influence the gems might have.
Visser explained, sounding quite pleased with himself. I can't sit behind a desk while the country is in danger, Nightlight said, stepping forward her. We Night Court members can't sit on our hooves and let these younglings do all the fighting. Yes, it's awesome! Ditsy exclaimed. She gave Fisher a big hug. Trixie would treasure the look on Fisher's face for the rest of her life. Ditsy didn't stop there and gave the other new Rangers hugs as well. They received the hugs awkwardly, except for Nori, who stayed completely stone-faced. I'm so worried after what happened with Corvus, but you guys helping us? Corona's new super monsters don't seem so bad, Ditsy said to her greatly. Yes, you're absolutely right, Greengrass said, recovering. It was all right with the princess, of course. Everybody looked at Princess Luna, who stayed silent. Very well, she said finally. It is an unusual situation to be sure, but new heroes would be welcome. Splendid, Greengrass exclaimed. Princess Luna just sighed. Trixie could already tell she regretted her decision. Trixie could see Carrot Top sitting on the ground dejected. Are you all right, Carrot Top? Trixie asked worriedly. She scanned the inside Secret Cube corner. It was a complete wreck. The tables were scorched and most of the donations were completely destroyed. Almost nothing seemed salvageable. Princess Luna tried out the Carrot Top and placed a comforting hug on her shoulder. Do not worry, my little pony. I will make sure personally that you will be reimbursed for all that has been lost this day. Thanks, Carrot Top said in a quiet voice. I don't believe this. You had the worst luck, Carrot Top, Lyra said. Yes, strangely so. Yes, I wonder, Trixie thought. For proof, she would be sure to keep an eye out on Dreamcast. Everything will be fine. With the great and powerful Trixie spectacular magic cell and reimbursement money, the new irrigation system will cause pocket change. Trixie gave an exaggerated swing of her cape dramatically. The rest of Trixie's friends smirked at her antics. Princess Luna snorted in amusement. Nobody knows the dangerous glint in Greengrass's eyes, who chuckled to himself.